Okay, so I wanted to show you something fun using just normal paint supplies with regular paper that you can do. Piper and I have been reading Eric Carle, Hungry Caterpillar, a lot, and so she's super into butterflies, so something we'll be doing sometime soon, probably not till next week, is I'm going to show her how to print a butterfly. So this is just normal copy paper. It's nothing special. It's super cheap. It's 20 pound. Not my fave, but it's what I have on hand. So your first step that you're going to do is just fold your paper in half, okay? And for Piper, so with older kids, like maybe kindergarten, first grade, I would tell them that they're just going to be painting on one side. For Piper, I'm going to have her actually just be able to see half of the paper because she'll paint the whole thing. Which, I mean, can you blame her? I don't really blame her. So I may give it a good fold so it's easier for her and for me. So if you have older kids, give that a crease, and that borderline is where they're going to paint. So I just have normal poster paints, nothing expensive. I scored these at Party City when they're going out of business, so they were like 90 cents. And then I don't have a paint palette I'm using a recycled ice cream container lid and a paintbrush. Crayola, thank you, Amazon. So of course, if your kid really likes their colors to be separated, you know, make sure you separate them more than I have. I've already mixed them together, but that's kind of what I like. So they can either draw, or I guess paint the lines, or they can go ahead and fill it in as you go. You'll have to gauge it on whatever your student or your child is good at. So the deal is we're going to print this. So for the paint to print on the other side, you need it nice and wet, or for my friends who love this word, you need it nice and moist. So they're going to want to work quickly. So if they're a student that can work pretty fast and can paint in and fill in as they go, you can. So once they have that design and they've only done half the butterfly, they're going to smoosh the paper on top. So I always tell my students to give it a nice rub or give it a massage. Learn that from a great art teacher online. And then if you're using cheap paper, don't let them rub too long because it'll stick. And then open it up, and they're going to be oohed and awed. Now, if it didn't print as much as they wanted, you can refold and smooth. So that's one problem-solving technique, right? Because that's what the arts teach, is all that problem-solving. Okay, so that gave a little more. Or those lines are already there, so they could finish painting them in and make them look nice and symmetrical. Or, you know, if they really wanted it to look identical by printing, you just paint half of what didn't show up and just tell them to be real quick about it. Don't take forever deciding on where that line is going to be. So reapply the paint and then smush or massage or rub. And students love this too, that you can see as the paint is absorbing into the paper. Boom, butterfly. So at this point you have so many options, right? You can let this dry and be as is, which is going to be beautiful, or you could let them go in and add more details that they would like to do, or once this is dry, give them some crayons or markers and let them fill in the spaces that they want to see. Or once it's dry, cut it out, glue it on something new, put it on a stick, let them make it into a puppet or something different. So anyways, I love doing this kind of printmaking with all ages, even you. It's really, really fun. So if you give it a try, I want to see it. So have fun.